Hey everybody, day 15 a.m. early hike, 7:30 because the sun gets really hot. When I got to the trailhead this morning, there were these two cars that were coming in the being bitten by ants. Oh, sheesh! Ow! It's hypnotic. And this is where I was sitting. Holy crap. They're all over. Oh. Okay. Gotta do something else here. They got off my shorts. Man, vicious little things. Okay, starting over. Life has a way of lightening things up. It's good, a little laughter. Because this morning I was thinking of the heaviness in my life. Like I said, I showed up at the trailhead and there was these two groups of women. I don't know, I think 3 and 4 or something like that. And they were meeting up to go hike together, and they were, I don't know, 60, 70 years old, something like that. And there was such levity and joy. Oh, another ant still in my back. Sheesh. Go away, go away. Okay, whew. Okay, such lightness and levity and just joy. And I just caught like the beginning of their conversation, and one was asking, so I don't know how Joe's going. Oh, you know, he's still on no weight bearing. Oh, what happened? Well, he broke his tibia, so he's kind of grumpy, but you know, it's like everything just seemed like it's life, things happen, we're here. They were laughing, their voices had no weight, and I left them thinking, wow, two things. Like, when have I ever had this feeling of lightness about my life up to now? And I've got to say, not a lot. Very short little moments, like days, moments. Not a life of feeling light about my life. I've had moments of lightness when I focused on the now and enjoyed things that were happening. But as a perspective and a feeling about my life as a whole, there's always been this heaviness. And the other thing was, I was wondering, will I ever, or I wish I will, attain that state? I've been hiking for, I don't know, 45 minutes since then. And the focus is on the heaviness. And I was kind of looking back and blaming or beating myself up or regretting the fact that there has been such heaviness in my life. And you know, it's part of what I'm doing here. It's releasing all the heaviness. And then it occurred to me a little further up on the trail, what I'm learning with all the meditation and the Zoom call with Kyle Cease, which I adore. Check him out. You're going to hear me talk about him all the time because he's my guy right now. It's just acknowledging that whatever that heaviness, that way of life, are protective patterns that were put in at childhood, whatever we interpreted in life that required us to find ways to survive and to put in place mechanism of survival and protection. We can't blame ourselves, our inner child, for having put that in place. And what we have to do instead is allow and be grateful and say thank you for protecting me. Thank you for finding ways to avoid getting yelled at, to avoid being hit, to avoid being unloved, to avoid being bullied. This is why our patterns are in place. It doesn't mean that they need to continue, but we need to acknowledge that they have been there out of love to self-protect. So as I was coming up the trail, I started thinking, thank you. Instead of beating myself up for what has been, and regret is just like arguing with something that already happened. It's like, there's really 0 point in that. And so I just continued on the trail and thinking, just switch the dialogue, Annie. Just switch the dialogue to thank you. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you, but you no longer serve me. And to find a way to let that inner child, let her relax and let her know that she doesn't have to do all that anymore for protection, because I'm the grown-up now. And if I can realize what I'm witnessing, then I can be in charge, and not in charge with the mind, but in charge with the connection to the now and to my higher self. And that is the goal of what I'm doing here. A lot of things are coming up, a lot of conflicts in me. And again, inspired by Kyle, if these things are coming up, it's in order to be released. They're willing to be seen so that with awareness, they can dissolve or be transcended. But they only are so through love and gratitude and acceptance. So it's a journey, and that's what's going on the hike this morning. I'll see you soon. Watch for ants. They bite. Bye.